Andrew spoke today for about 3 minutes. Let's let you hear exactly everything that was said. He was first asked how it is to be back with the team.
It's always, good being back with the team, being around basketball. It's all love here, support. So it's always good being back.
Steve said that you'll be able to play tomorrow. I guess, how were you able to kind of keep up some of your conditioning and stuff while you were away so you didn't have to have a longer ramp-up period, as I know?
Just getting working, when I can. Wasn't my first priority, but I did make it a priority to get some work in for sure.
Obviously, that's hard when you're going through personal issues. How have you been able to, channel your emotions to be there for your family, but also be back now that you're here, be present, and be a great teammate and do as best as you can? How have you just been channeling the roller coasters of emotions you've been going through?
Just taking care of, what I have to take care of, and, being present for what I have to be present for, and, and when I think it's, it's the appropriate time to, come back, that's what I felt like. So now I'm back here with the team and, ready to get to it.
Thinking about, when it's an appropriate time to come back, whatever took you away from the team, has that kind of subsided? Has that boiled over now?
Yeah, not exactly. But, I just, take it day by day.
While you were out and you saw the winning road game trip, what excited you about where the Warriors were and that you're excited to come back in and keep contributing to?
We're on the rise. We found something good, found that identity that we were searching for, and, we put pieces together that worked, and it's been the special, last few games. We really put something good together, and everyone's playing well, playing together, and we look like the real Golden State Warriors.
Well, how would you describe that identity?
We're sharing the ball, getting up and down, playing fast, aggressive. Defensively, we're locking in, and most importantly, we're having fun on the court. I feel like when we're having fun, that's when we're most dangerous.
Wiggins, being back, dealing with whatever it is that you're dealing with off the court, how does it kind of feel to be back around your guys? Does that help to deal with what you're dealing with, or help you channel some energy into just being back with the team and playing ball?
For sure. Just being around the team. It's all love and support. It's a family here. And when I was away, I missed the guys and obviously basketball, and I'm happy to be back.
I do like that last question. I don't recognize the voice of the reporter, but she just went straight. She just called him Wiggins.
Nice.
That's fun. Hey, Wiggins, what's it like? What's it like to be back with your team? That just struck my funny bone. But anyway, there it is. I mean, classic Andrew Wiggins. He is very, very muted with the way he's going to approach it.
Yep.
He's not going to let you too far in, and that's fine. It was intriguing. I thought a good question when he was asked, hey, whatever it is you're dealing with, is that all, is it over? Is it done? He's like, no, we wouldn't really say that. So that's something to keep an eye on, because I would gather that means that the potential for distraction and the potential for him to leave again remains.
Yeah, it's day to day. As he said, he's taking it day by day and just trying to make it through what he can make through. And the fact that it's not resolved makes it feel obviously very heavy in terms of what he's going through. So hopefully he can compartmentalize and go out there and play when he can. But I would not be surprised if he had another absence from the team.
Well, I don't know after the last couple of years how anything can surprise you, but I was also struck by his perception, his words, that the Warriors are having fun again. They're sharing the ball. They're playing great basketball. I don't know if you watched on Sunday, but he says they're playing great basketball, and largely they have been.
Yep.
He said they're on the rise. I mean, again, I go back to where I've been since we walked in here today, which is that the Andrew Wiggins that we saw for 3 weeks prior to his departure is good enough. I think that's good enough. And I understand anybody who says, come on, you got to be kidding me here. This is Andrew Wiggins. I think it's a different team. In fact, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, the graphic that came up on the screen, which is what happens when we play sound, right? It's a graphic that comes up that's over our faces, thank goodness. And it was 3 Warrior players. It was Steph Curry, it was Draymond Green, it was Jonathan Kuminga. And I looked at those 3 while Andrew was talking. I'm like, the offense runs through those guys. That's the offense right now. Draymond Green is up near the top of the key, and he's running the show and moving the ball. And Steph Curry is obviously the franchise. And Jonathan Kuminga is the guy who can get to the foul line and bring the young legs and bring the athleticism. Wiggins fits in somewhere into all of this.
Right.
19-point per game Wiggins is, I don't want to say unwelcome, but is not like, it's not as needed.
Well, he doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, he does. Sure he does. But it's not what they're asking of him. I guess maybe that's the better way to say it. I feel like early in the year, you can say, oh, Andrew was terrible. I don't think Andrew was the player that the Warriors were asking him to be. I think for about 3 to 4 weeks prior to his departure, he was. Andrew Wiggins is now being the player that the Warriors are asking him to be. What does that lead to? I have no idea.
Yeah.
But that's good enough. It's good enough for me. He's been very efficient.
Yeah. It's good enough for a team that is going to probably be an 8 or a 9 seed and then be a quick ouster in the playoffs. And that's the reality of where they are. So if that's good enough, then that's the player he's going to be. Because if you want him to be the player that helped lead you to a championship, I don't know if he can be that guy because he hasn't been that guy. And you can look at the games before he left, and there's good games, and there are games they're just okay. He's just fine. And I'm not just dwelling on the offensive output because defensively he does do a lot of things. He doesn't rebound very consistently. He defends. He's not a great passer. And as a scorer, he's probably your fourth option offensively. You know, Clay's going to be more of an option, and Kuminga has certainly become more forceful offensively. And Wiggins has been fine.
Let me ask you something. Do you think that the other teams that are bouncing around in the whole play-in situation, do you think that their fan bases, their media, and their radio shows are talking about championships? Do you think that
some of them, for sure.
You think so?
Phoenix is. The Lakers are.
Well, and the Lakers are the most.
Right. Well, you asked.
Yes.
Laker fans are thinking, yes, we have the best team in the Western Conference.
The most entitled, myopic fan base.
Correct.
In the game.
You've got maybe the greatest player of all time, and you've got another top 10 all-time player on your team. And if you're Phoenix, you can't believe that you're down where you are.
Fair. So are we that? Or are we just like the Lakers now? Just the most entitled, myopic group you've ever seen in your life?
No, but we do need to frame the conversation in a certain way. Like, what are we talking about with Andrew Wiggins? He's going to play.
Right.
And he's going to get you 12 to 15. That's fine. And you're going to be a 9 seed. That's okay.